Well, what a day for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. And if you're an Arsenal fan, you have all the reason to jubilate because this is the game of football that I've seen Arsenal totally dominate Mikel Arteta. The other game that I saw Mikel Arteta dominate Man City, though Man City won, was the one that ended 2-1 at the Emirates when Gabriel Jesus, while still playing for City, made Gabriel Magalhaes get a red card. That game was 1-1, very tight. Arsenal had the most chances, but in the 90th minute, Rodri came in through and obviously scored a goal that came in from a corner, and Arsenal lost the game by 2-1. But Arsenal totally dominated Man City. By the time, they never won. This time round, they've gone ahead to totally dominate Man City. They've lifted the Community Shield. For the second time, they've gone ahead to play in the Community Shield final all match. Under Mikel Arteta, they've gone ahead to lift the trophy. Remember, the first time Mikel Arteta came in here for you, he lifted the FA Cup and Liverpool won the Premier League. So Arsenal had to play Liverpool in the Community Shield, and Arsenal found themselves beating Liverpool, and they lifted that Community Shield, and Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to obviously register his second Community Shield lift in a row because he last played in it in 2020 and he comes and obviously lifted it. So welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Arsenal won, Man City won, full 90 minutes. We went to the penalty shootouts and Arsenal won them by 4-2. And that is the power of the new signings that Arsenal have gone ahead to bring in since January and the 3 that really started today. Now, when you really go ahead and obviously have a season that Arsenal had, and in the last 7 games they imploded and gave the trophy to Man City, you wouldn't like to obviously start off this season with a humiliation coming in for Man City, because Man City came at the Emirates and beat Arsenal by 3-1, and at the Etihad Stadium Arsenal was beaten by 4-1. Total humiliation, total domination, and Man City had all the rights to claim for those wins. But today, trust me, Pep Guardiola had no right to claim for a win. He had no right to claim for a win because they really played very, very poorly in there for you. Arsenal dominated both halves. I think in the second half, Man City had a spell of like 10-15 minutes where they capitalized and they really won that beautiful game of football. Now, for Man City, when Kevin De Bruyne came in through, they dominated those minutes, I think like 15, and that's where Cole Palmer just went ahead to go in for a bender or a color, and it counted. But Arsenal really had some good chances. Remember, at the beginning of the game, Kai Havertz got one of the chances, and obviously it was saved by the goalkeeper and blocked by the defender. Then Bukayo Saka went in for a curling effort onto the back post, but it really went off. Then Kai Havertz was played into by Bukayo Saka. In that moment, it was Martin Odegaard who found a line-breaking pass towards the byline, and Bukayo Saka made a very good run, made a cut back to find Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz shot it with his weak right foot, and guess what happened? It deflected off, I think it was Kyle Walker, and it was saved. But for Man City, they never had good chances, not until the second half really came to pass, and that's when Jack Palmer got that one. Aaron Ramsdale denied Phil Foden from obvious scoring, but I felt bad when Thomas Partey went ahead to let Phil Foden make I think it was 180 turn on the ball in the second third of the pitch, and he never fouled him because that would have gone ahead to result into a second goal. If that goal went in, if that goal goes in, the game is dead. So I think Thomas Partey would have gone ahead to do that foul and obviously call in for a yellow card. It would have been a professional foul. But that save was saved by the right ankle of Ramsdale. It went into a corner, and that corner was brought in very well by Kevin De Bruyne, and Rodri made it at the front post. And when he made it at the front post, obviously he found himself in a situation of saving it, that is Aaron Ramsdale, to keep it 1-0 in favor of Man City. It was not until Leandro Trossard went ahead and obviously made an effort and obviously hit that ball with composure, deflected off Akanji, and it went into the back of the net. It was, I think, in the 111th minute. That's when Leandro Trossard made it count for Arsenal. And remember, in the Community Shield, when you draw, you don't go in extra time. You straight away go into penalties. And Arsenal came in through and obviously put in all their 4 penalties in. And Man City's Kevin De Bruyne found himself in a position of missing out onto the penalty. And Arsenal just had to score its first penalty through Martin Odegaard. Kevin De Bruyne came in through his penalty. He missed the penalty. Leandro Trossard came in through, scored his. Bernardo Silva came in through, he scored. And Saka came in through, he scored the 3rd penalty. Then Rodri came in through and really missed. Aaron Ramsdale just went ahead and obviously saved that penalty. Then came the man himself, that is Vieira Fabio, and hit that ball into the upper left corner that Ortega couldn't serve it. And that's how Arsenal went ahead to lift the Community Shield. And the Community Shield was lifted. When it was lifted, everything really shows positivity for Arsenal. It's positivity of the highest order that Arsenal have gone ahead to obviously win this. And if you're an Arsenal fan, you have to jubilate this. You've seen all your 3 signings coming in through Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and Julian Timber, and they all had a decent game. One will say Kai Havertz got 2 chances and never really scored them, but I don't see them as clear-cut chances because he was closed down. I think Bukayo Saka, especially in the second most clear chance, he had a chance to obviously raise him early enough, but he took an extra touch that made him be caught up in a forest of legs. But you've seen him and how he goes ahead to play his game. The way he plays his game, it's obviously good, and he led that line very, very well. So it shows you the reason as to why Mikel Arteta doesn't want Florian Balogun to be at the club of Arsenal, is willing to cash in for him because he sees Kai Havertz as one of those centre forwards. And I told you, when Arsenal was playing Monaco, that you might see a different team altogether, from that played Monaco, because he was trying to hide his team. And he saw to it that when he came in through, Kai Havertz led the line, and we've never seen Kai Havertz leading the line in this entire preseason. And obviously, it's really hard to say to it that everyone thought that, because for my sake, I really thought that it's going to be Nketiah leading the line. Kai Havertz was not going to start, but Kai Havertz surprised us and he started. But you saw to it that there was a huge threat, at the goal of Man City. Though Arsenal never really made very many chances, but you saw to it that all what is left is to really find the pockets of space, to see to it that they penetrate this side of Manchester City. But all in all, a win is a win. And in such games, it's just a game of margins. As I tell you, it's a game of margins. There's no one tell you that he knew exactly what this game of fixture was going to be. Though for me, I came up and predicted a draw, and Arsenal is going to come up and obviously win it on penalties, and my prediction has gone ahead to come to pass. And you guys watched my match preview, and my reaction was all put out for you guys, and now you know what it's all about. But allow me throw you a little bit into this match the match stats as how they went in at the Wembley Stadium. Now, Arsenal had 7 shots and Man City had 8. 3 shots on target by Arsenal, 4 shots on target by Man City, 45% ball possession by Arsenal, 55% ball possession by Man City. But obviously, Arsenal, I think, dominated the first half, and Man City tried to get back in the second half. 486 passes completed by Arsenal, 588 passes completed by Man City. 87% passing accuracy by Arsenal, 88% passing accuracy by Man City. 6 fouls committed by Arsenal, 11 fouls committed by City, 3 yellow cards, right, by Arsenal and 1 yellow card by Man City. 0 red cards issued to both sides, 0 offsides to both teams, 5 corners for Man City, 6 corners for Arsenal. But all in all, that's how this game of football really went down at the Emirates, and Arsenal went ahead to lift this Community Shield. But some positives are all about Julian Timber. To me, looks like he's a man who has gone ahead to obviously show us the best that he can do, especially when he's told to do the job. He gets the job done, and you saw him really do the needful for the club of Arsenal today, and he was press resistant. The way he really defended and closed down, I think, Bernardo Silva, who was really passing that side, was really immense. Then Declan Rice, I think slowly by slowly, every time he plays alongside Thomas Partey, he's a different kind of player altogether, and I think that's how Arsenal is going to be playing this season. For Kai Havertz, I've gone ahead and obviously said everything I had to say about him because he went ahead to put in what we call a show. And congratulations to Arsenal as they've gone ahead to win the Community Shield. What a way to start off the season with a silverware. So guys, your thoughts onto Arsenal winning the Community Shield are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about how Arsenal played, especially the three players, Kai Havertz, Declan Rice and Julian Timber in their first competitive game for this side of Arsenal. I sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God bless you abundantly. My Muslim viewers and subscribers, Barak Lau Fikum. Ciao, ciao.